know you've got some audio that you want to play for us. So what are your takeaways here?
I do. Let me just give you guys a few updates on things that people will want to know about, and then I'll get to some really good audio for you guys as well. As far as injury updates are concerned, Ozzy Trapilo and Noah Sewell both had surgery. We know with Trapilo that his next season could be shot. The best we could get out of them in terms of the injuries was, and it was Ryan Poles saying, the expectation for Trapilo deep into next season if he is to return. I'm adding the if part on. He said deep into next year. The good news is, as far as some of the other injuries, including Shamar Turner, Dio Dangbo, TJ Edwards, Terrell Smith, Smitty, Zay Frazier, who didn't play at all this year, Karan Amagaji, all of those guys progressing, and they are expected to be back in the off-season program. So it's really good that those guys are expected back. No setbacks in regards to those dudes. We always, hold out for that possibility, but no setbacks. We were also told that Jaylon Johnson came out of the game with a wrist injury, no surgery needed. It sounded, Ryan Poles, the way he was talking, it was no big deal, but he was being upfront and honest that Jaylon did come out of it with a wrist injury, which if the season had extended, it would have been like, that's the last thing that that Jaylon Johnson would have needed. But I would expect that he will be good to go in terms of that injury, at least by the time OTAs hit. We'll see about the other injury in groin, if he is good to go for that. As for the Bears head coach, Ben Johnson, on what he saw everybody wants to know what he saw on the Caleb Williams interception on the ball intended for DJ Moore, over which DJ Moore has received hefty criticism from many opinioneers. This is kind of a little bit of a TTN special, too. Take a listen.
The last offensive snap, you guys ran the interception. What was your review of that play through Caleb's lens, through DJ's lens?
Yeah, I have not studied the tape a whole lot. My last 2 days have been focused solely on our players. We've had about 20 hours of exit interviews. It's all about our players. I'll go back, I'll review that tape. Here's what I'll say just off the cuff about that particular play. If there was any sort of miscommunication, that's my problem. That's no one else's but mine. So I got to do a better job coaching that up.
Did DJ Moore leave the building either discouraged or injured? Because it's extremely rare when he doesn't talk to us.
You would have to talk to him about his mindset. We had a really good exit interview, and he's a player that I felt really helped us get to the point to where we were this year. We had an opportunity there, a couple games away from the Super Bowl. So I thought he was a huge contributor to getting us there.
Yeah, this is one of those things. When it was said, I was surprised that he hadn't seen the play again. And just goes to, he's a taskmaster if nothing else. And he's like, we got to get through these exit interviews. And I'm sure at some point he'll look at it, but we probably won't hear about it till OTAs?
Yeah, well, what I can add, there's a little bit of gray area that continues to go on with DJ Moore. And Ryan Poles was asked about DJ Moore's future. He said, quote, in terms of roster, like I said, we've got a lot of decisions to make in figuring that out, close quote. And this is me paraphrasing now, Ryan Poles. Poles did go on to rave about DJ Moore's toughness, the example he set. He even went on to say that because DJ Moore played through everything this year, other players, younger players, felt like, on offense and defense, felt like, oh, wow, this guy's going back out there. I got to go back out there, too. So he set a tremendous example. And Ryan Poles also went on to say how much he respects DJ Moore, but he left that little bit of the gray area in terms of the decisions that have to be made in figuring that part out, is what Poles said. So it does leave just a little bit of, it leaves me wondering a little bit about how they feel about DJ Moore going forward with this team, regardless of how they feel about him as a person and some of the unbelievable plays that he made for the team this year.
I would say that is accurate. Mark, anything else you want to give us from the Hall before we have to let you go?
Yeah, I do. The big part of this team that we all know can be made better, that has to be better, is the defense. And Ryan Poles was asked specifically about the defense and really about the defensive line. Here's how Poles answered that question.
Yeah, there's a
a lot going on there, just in terms of we had some, injuries going on that you have to overcome. I think that's an area we're going to continue to press and get better. I look forward to Shamar getting back and Dio getting back. I thought Sweat did a good job this year. I think sometimes we get hung up on sacks, and sacks are important. He did get into double digits, but I think his all-around game was good. The way he defended the run, defended the perimeter, as well as applied pressure, was good. But we need him to continue to get better too. So we'll evaluate everything, but that's always O-line, D-line is always going to be a space where we want to get better.
It's got to get better. I mean, that's the bottom line. The defensive line has to get better. Ryan Poles knows it. He's right. Those injuries, like the way several players developed this year, my guess is that Shamar Turner would have developed this year and been better at the end of the season. My guess is that if Dio Dangbo hadn't gone down, he would have gotten better and found a place on this defense by the time that the season had ended. But we all know that the defense has to be better, and the Bears know that too.
Bears,
one more thing, guys. I thought about Marshall today, and Leila, you would have too, because walked into the media room today. First thing that we saw was a massive box, huge box of Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit breakfast sandwiches. Shout out to the Bears, and a shout out to the Bears for providing food a lot of times this year during training camp and OTAs and all of that stuff. I feel like as media members, like there's too much expectation of that. Like we just assume that we get good things, and I don't know that I have had the proper gratitude. So if the Bears are listening, thank you for the Bears for providing us with food when you didn't have to. Thank you.
I also had a chicken biscuit this morning.
you did.
I bet you did, man. I bet you did.
I would like to take this time to, when I got to work at Haugh Hall for the NBC Sports Chicago Bears shows, that they had free soda, and I loved it. So.
Oh, they do.
They still
yeah,
have
no,
free
they have
soda. Yeah.
Yeah.
sparkling
it
water,
brightened my day.
Soda, coffee. They do provide, and I just want it to be on record. I have gratitude, and I appreciate it. And it's also weird, guys, to kind of clean off my desk area out here at Haugh Hall. And the thing that gets cleaned up is all the stuff from training camp, basically extra sunglasses, suntan lotion, all of that stuff. So it's like, it's just so the juxtaposition of going from 90 degrees to whatever god awful degrees it is today. It's just that weird end of the season feeling out here at Haugh Hall.
Well, we look forward to talking to you about it tomorrow. Mark, thanks again for joining us today.
Bye, Mark.
Bye, guys. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
It is 29 degrees according to my weather app.
It's
Mark,
not that bad.
Thanks for the time. No, relatively speaking to what we've been through, no, it is not. So that was Mark Grote from Haugh Hall.